watched my mother sewing on a quilt one day. She had squares of cloth all laid out in a colorful display. There were red and yellow pieces, some were ragged and old. So I asked my mother how they'd fit together as a whole. She said, I know it's a common thread that makes the pieces one, creating a pattern where there once was none. A common thread binds each separate part together in a grand design, a loving work of art. That quilt's a lot like people, pieces of God's plan. Our lives are sewn together by a loving master's hand. If you ask him just what kind of thread could bind us this way, he'd reply it was the blood I shed for you that day to make a way. It's a common thread that makes believers one, creating a heritage where there once was none. A common thread binds each separate part together in a grand design, a work of God's own heart. Bind us together, Lord, bind us together with cords that cannot be broken. It's a common thread makes believers one, creating a heritage where there once was none. A common thread binds each separate part together in a grand design, a work of God's own heart. Together in a grand design, a work of God's own heart.